Mic check, mic check.
Legally locked, the truth don't stop. Courtroom drama, we stay on top. Hit subscribe, you know the vibe. Like my page, get ready to rock. Legal cases, law unpacked. Click that play and don't look back. Legally locked, legally locked, legally locked, legally locked. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Legally locked, legally locked, legally locked, legally locked.
Legally locked, the truth don't stop. Courtroom drama, we stay on top. Hit subscribe, you know the vibe. Like my page, get ready to ride. Legal cases, law unpaid. Click that play and don't look back. Legally locked, legally locked, legally locked, legally locked, legally locked. Alright, 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 alright. Legally locked, the truth don't stop. Courtroom drama, we stay on top. Hit subscribe, you know the vibe. Like my page, get ready to ride. Legal cases, law unpacked. Click that play and don't look back. Legally locked, legally locked, legally locked, legally locked. All rise, 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 all rise.
What up, y'all? What up, what up, what up? If you in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. I want to make sure my mic working. All right, man. So if y'all are watching me on my movie page, we're gonna be talking about some legal news tonight. I'll have another day where I talk about movies and pop culture and all of that. But tonight in this live, we're gonna be talking about Lil Uzi being sued, Diddy and his jailhouse activities. Okay, Diddy gonna be Diddy. There's a case down in Albany, Georgia, concerning a teacher and a student. Had an interesting outcome. Plus a lot more. There's a lot more stuff we're gonna get into, but yeah, let's check it out. 1 second. All right. This is the case down in Georgia with Adrianna Williams. Interesting case. So this case is about pretty much a teacher having an inappropriate relationship with a student. So I don't know if y'all remember. Let me pull it up here. Adrianna, she went viral around COVID time. She did like a rap to the What's Poppin' video. Let me play it and see if y'all remember her.
What's poppin'? Brand new year and I'm locked in. Far as this teaching go, I am unreachable. I'm number one in your top 10. Miss Williams, been poppin'. 2020 new school, you're dropping. No COVID-19, ain't worried about a thing when
All right, so she went viral around COVID time. She works at a high school, and all the teachers at the school made a welcome video to bring the students back during COVID. She was also a cheerleading coach, and she started consistently like going viral on TikTok with her content, right? So she was the cool teacher that everybody liked. What's interesting about this woman is she married. Yeah, she is married. Got a whole husband right here. Got a whole husband. He's like a sheriff, police officer, firefighter, something. Everybody in the city was saying like he's a good guy, stand-up gentleman. Obviously, she ain't want the good guy. Okay, she wanted to play around with the little boys at school. So pretty much what happened is, let me take her husband off. A picture leaked of her kissing a student, and everybody was saying they had like a little relationship going on. The little boy, he's now on TikTok showing videos of driving her car. Now, he was only like 16 or 17 at the time of the incident. So in his mind, he think it's okay to be messing around with the teacher because society has taught young boys like this behavior is okay. It's okay if an older woman likes you. That makes you a man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we teach our boys. Yeah, it's not right. It's not right. Now, what's tricky about Georgia is the age of consent is 16 years old. So they couldn't really charge her with like statutory violations of a child. So they had to find this tricky law to get her, which was first degree intimate contact by an employee or agent. So that charge pretty much means if you're in a position of power, okay, a teacher, a nurse, a doctor, and you take advantage of someone you're supposed to be caring for, this law has to prove that there was some type of intimate contact with intimate parts. And unfortunately, kissing doesn't fall into that category. So they tried to charge her because they knew she was messing around with the little boy, but they didn't have like proof that they really was messing around. All they had was the picture of them kissing. So they cannot prove that she and this boy had an intimate relationship on that level. They can only prove that she kissed the boy. So she beat the case. She beat the case. She won. Crazy, crazy. And the little boy, he didn't help. He got on the stand acting goofy. He got on the stand acting like a child, which is what he is. He's a child. He didn't think he was a victim. He thought everything was cool. So he didn't really help the prosecution's case. So she walked free, man. She beat it.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, she beat it. And to be fair, um, they didn't have any proof of them actually doing the do. And the little boy, he ain't really get on the stand and snitch, so she beat the case. And a lot of people are upset, man. This happens frequently in Georgia. I know a guy, he had to be 30 at the time. He was teaching a freshman girl. And when she graduated high school, right soon as she turned 18, he married her. He married the girl. Crazy. Teachers preying on the kids they should be teaching. It's sad. It's sad. So yeah, she beat the case. She beat the case. Adrianna Williams down in Albany, Georgia. If y'all see this woman at y'all school, hide your boys from her because she like little boys.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, she like little boys. Oh, Jeremy Renner. Let's talk about these accusations with Jeremy Renner. This is like, this is crazy. This Jeremy Renner case is crazy. So for y'all that don't know, Jeremy Renner is an actor who plays Hawkeye in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And a woman has put out some accusations on Jeremy, okay? To be honest, I'm just gonna keep it a buck, man. I believe they both lying. Yeah. I believe they both lying and telling the truth at the same time. This is a messy situation with Jeremy Renner and this woman. So let me tell y'all what's going on. So a woman by the name of Yi Chow. I'm sorry, Miss Yi. Let me make sure I get your name correct. A woman by the name of Yi Chow stated she met Jeremy Renner at an event. They started a professional relationship that turned intimate, and then it got ugly, and then it got nasty. Jeremy Renner is saying, hey man, the woman came after me. We did have a consensual relationship. And when it didn't go how she wanted to go, when I told her I ain't really want to be with her like that, she flipped out on me and threatened to ruin my image. So this right now is a he said, she said. You know what I'm saying? They both going at each other. So we don't know who's telling the truth.
Wow. Wow.
Don't know. Now, just last month, Yi Chow posted pictures hugged up with Jeremy Renner in his car. They was riding around town. Everything looked great. Now, unless these were old pictures, these, could be old pictures. But it seems like she was setting the table early for what we have now, which is technically nothing. We really don't have anything because she's not suing him. She's not going to the police. She's really just blasting him on social media. Same thing happened to Tanakwortha, the actor who plays Namor. He was accused of harassing a woman, but she never sued or went to the police. So I'm not sure what Yi Chow's goal is. Maybe she is gearing up for a lawsuit.
I like more than check.
Hey, maybe she want money. But right now, she ain't went to the police and she ain't filed a lawsuit. It sounds like she just want to tell everybody about Jeremy Renner being a horrible person. So this is her side of the story. She said initially she didn't know him. He approached her. She's never seen any of his movies. She said they were in a relationship, and when things started to go sour, he started to get a little crazy. So they were working on a documentary together. She's like a director. She said she was trying to maintain a professional relationship, but he kept crossing the line. And this is why this is confusing, because if y'all go together, but y'all also working together on a movie, like, where is the line? Like, where's the line? For example, she said he would send her intimate text messages, but y'all go together. So ain't that kind of normal? Ain't that normal to send your person you go with intimate? I don't know. I don't know. If y'all go together, that ain't that part of the deal. Her argument is kind of confusing, because maybe she's trying to say, I eventually got into a relationship with him because it started out professional, and then he started flirting, sending intimate photos, and then they fell in love. But she is quoted saying, no woman filmmaker should have to work under emotional pressure. So maybe that's her argument. Maybe her argument is this was supposed to be a professional thing and it went sideways. Maybe that's her argument. I'm not sure what her argument is at the moment. Now, this is where it does get a little rocky for Jeremy. She said one day he came over and they were talking about the film, and he drank a whole bottle of wine and just started losing it. He just went crazy. She said he yelled for 2 hours. She had to lock herself in the bathroom and text her friends that he was going crazy. He was acting like a bad boy.
Bad boy.
She said she lived with fear all the time. She said she called him out several times about, his behavior, and he would get irate and threaten to call ICE on her. Why are you calling ICE on the lady? Calling ICE on somebody is crazy.
Wow.
You gonna call ICE on the lady because you mad? That's wild. All right. Now, Jeremy's point of view is this. He said she lying. He sent her a cease and desist and said this woman came on to him very aggressively when they first met in July. He said when they met in August, he was like, I'm cool. I ain't really trying to get in no relationship. He did say when they first initially met in July, they did have an intimate relationship. But when they met back up in August, he was like, nah, I'm good. Let's keep it professional. Let's don't cross that line. He said she was sending him all types of texts. He said she just mad because the project they were working on, he refused to promote it. So now she's using their private life as a way to harm and shame him. So he's now threatening to sue her. He's saying, you just trying to take me down. This is messy. Sound like they both were messy and toxic together. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like a crazy, weird relationship. It's mess. He said he's threatening to sue her. Now, Jeremy Renner, old Hawkeye, doesn't have a squeaky clean past. He was accused of being a bad boy back in the day with his ex-wife.
Bad boy.
His ex-wife accused him of domestic violence, said he was an unfit parent. He threatened his wife and child with violence. He often used illegal substances. This is what his ex-wife was saying about him. The ex-wife said Jeremy threatened to take her off of the planet. Yeah. Say Jeremy threatened to delete his wife from the timeline. So yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know, Hawkeye. Who do y'all believe? Do y'all believe Hawkeye or do y'all believe Yi Chow? Sound like they both toxic to me. That's what it sounds like. All right, we're gonna read a comment. Jay, the informant, said she should have evidence. So Jay, what's interesting is she does have evidence. She has evidence of him texting her intimate pictures, but they're in a relationship, so that's kind of normal. She also allegedly has text messages of him threatening to call ICE on her. So she got a little evidence, but where it gets kind of tricky is if they're both in a relationship, it's normal for people to send, maybe naughty text messages if they into that. The problem is she's saying that at first when they met, he started to cross the line. She wanted to have a professional relationship, but she eventually fell for him, fell in love, but then the domestic violence or the anger, the erraticness just started coming out of old Hawkeye. That's what she's saying. Hey man, we gonna watch it. We gonna see where it goes. If she don't sue him, if she don't go to the police, this is a nothing burger. This is just someone who is using social media to cancel somebody. And I'm a person who always believes victims. I'm gonna side with the victims. But if you're not suing, ma'am, and if you're not going to the popo, what you want us to do? Like what are we supposed to do? We can't do nothing. So this is on her to take this to the next level. Otherwise, it sounds like this is just a messy, toxic relationship, and she's just wanting to put him on blast until we see something different. So that's where we at. Let's move on. Let's move on. Oh boy. Marvel News, The Red Guardian. So Millie Bobby Brown had to file a formal complaint against David Harbour because he allegedly was bullying her. David Harbour, the Red Guardian himself, is 50 years old. Millie Bobby Brown is 21 years old. You old enough to be this girl's granddaddy. I hope you was not bullying that little girl on the set of Stranger Things. Let's hope this is not a true story, because that's crazy that you are 30 years older than somebody and you was bullying them on set. When asked about the bullying claims on the red carpet, co-creator told The Hollywood Reporter while standing next to his brother, this is what the creators are saying. Obviously, you understand I can't get into personal on-set matters, but I will say we've been doing this for 10 years with this cast, and at this point, they're family, and we deeply care about them. So, nothing matters more than just having a set where everyone feels safe and happy. That sounds like, yeah, maybe it was something going on, and the creator's trying to be politically correct and make sure that he is saying the right thing to make Bobby Brown feel safe, Millie Bobby Brown, but to also say, hey, this just a family, it was just a little spat. Also at the premiere, the Hollywood Reporter asked the Stranger Things director and executive producer Sean Levy how production handles a bullying complaint on set and make sure that everyone feels safe and respected. This is what Sean Levy said. He said, at the end of the day, that's the job. You have to create a respectable workplace where everyone feels comfortable and safe. So we did everything to build that environment, and we're proud of the fact that we did so. He also said, I've read a bunch of stories, and they range from wildly inaccurate to there's just so much noise around it. But the truth is that we view this crew and cast as family, and so we treat each other with respect, and that's always been the bedrock. Once again, we're not getting a denial that something did happen between these two. And I also want to make it clear, it's being reported that whatever happened, it was not like sexually inappropriate. So we want to make that clear. It sounds like it was maybe David Harbour just being too rough on the kid, man. She was what, 16, 17 at the time, and it's possibly an incident of him just being an angry old grumpy grandpapa. You know what I'm saying? The story said the 21-year-old Millie Bobby Brown filed a harassment and bullying claim against the 50-year-old Thunderbolt star before filming began on season 5, and that there were pages of allegations. Yikes. Pages. The claims were not specific, but no sexual impropriety was reported. Netflix reportedly invested the claims for months. Also, as a result, Brown was accompanied by a personal representative while on set for the final season. Whoa, that's new. I didn't know that. The show wrapped filming in December. All right, so that brings a new layer to this conversation. They said she had to have a representative on set with her. Huh. There's something muddy in the water here. Yeah. He was being mean to that little girl. This tells me he was probably being a little too mean and harsh to that girl. Nobody has came out and said this stuff is false. They're all talking around it, and I'm glad this is going public. Some of these people in Hollywood have to be publicly checked and embarrassed and shamed. We need to bring shame back. These people have got to get checked, because maybe that she's now that she's made this public, maybe David will chill out. Because why are you harassing a little girl?
Wow. Wow.
Why are you harassing somebody young enough to be your granddaughter? When you hear about stories, when you hear these stories about people in Hollywood being bullies or using their power to harm people, it's always everybody knew, but nobody said nothing. So I'm glad this new generation is like, nah, I'm telling, I'm snitching. So these two, David Harbour and Millie Bobby Brown, they playing nice for right now for Stranger Things. They trying to keep it clean and copacetic, but you can tell there's some awkwardness with these two. Hey, David Harbour, Red Guardian, tighten up, man. Tighten up. What is going on with these Marvel men? What is going on with these men at Marvel? Do they sign their deal with Marvel and then feel like they real life like superheroes and they can just do what they want and break the rules and not have no consequences? What's going on, man? What is going on? Speaking of men in Hollywood doing weird things, Russell Simmons has been sued by a lot of women. He's been sued by a lot of women for misconduct and being inappropriate with women. Um, when he was coming in the industry, they said Russell was wilding. They said Russell was outside. Russell even said he was outside. But news is that he's finally paid off three of his settlements for over $3 million. Two of the women said Russell violated them. When I say violate, you know what I mean. I'm not going to say the R word. They said Russell Simmons violated them and had unconsensual relations with them. HBO did a documentary on him a while ago called On the Record, and it talks about how Russell was just wilding back in the day with these women. But yeah, he's paid three of these cases out so far. Russell, man, just stay in Bali, bruh. Don't come back. They're going to get you if you come back. Let's take a look at some of these comments. Sweet November. Sweet November told me happy belated birthday. Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. It's my girl from the 305, the down bottom. You already gave me a super chat the other day, so you ain't have to bless me again, but I appreciate it. Sweet November also says smoke meets fire. There's some truth. And she's speaking on the Millie Bobby Brown, David Harbour situation. Yes, it is something messy in that soup. It is something messy over there. And I guarantee you, whenever Stranger Things is over, Millie Bobby Brown gonna come out and talk about it. Yeah, she might write a tell-all book. Yep, she gonna tell it. She is gonna tell it. You better believe she's gonna tell it, because they like to tell it when it's over. That's what I'm talking about. All right, next up, we gonna talk about Offset, 1/3 of the Migo. All right, so Offset is in a little legal trouble. In October of 2025, a man named Jim Sanchez, who worked at a cannabis shop, he was doing security near LAX, filed a lawsuit claiming Offset assaulted him earlier this year. Offset, Offset, Offset. Did you put your hands on that man? Because if you did, you going to jail.
Lock his ass up.
Yeah.
Lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
Offset, don't put your hands on people. Don't put your hands on people, Offset. So this is what happened. They said Offset tried to walk into the dispensary, and when the security guard asked him to show ID, which is standard, things allegedly got heated. The security guard said Offset got in his face, got aggressive, started arguing with him, and punched him in the face. Said Offset hit the man. Offset, did you hit this man? Damn. Say he hit the man, left him with a bad headache, neck pain. He ended up needing medical care. He had to damn take an ambulance. Hey, let me tell y'all something. If a celebrity ever hits you, make sure you take an ambulance and go to the hospital and say everything hurts. Yeah, he did right. He did right. If you step on my toe, I'm going in the ambulance and I'm going to the hospital. Offset tells a different story. Offset team says the guard was the one who came up to Offset, rushed him, spit on him, and that Offset did everything he could to protect himself. Now, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. If you spit on me, I think spitting on someone is the worst thing you can do to somebody. If that security officer spit on Offset, I take it back. Offset, you don't need to go to jail. You should have put severe pause on him if that man spit on you. That is one of the worst things you can do to somebody is spit. When you hawk and spit on somebody, you essentially telling them they on the ground, they dirt. You spit on them. Yeah, Offset. I probably would have had to put hands on him if you spit on me. Mhm. Yeah. 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 What's interesting is this isn't the first time Offset has been accused of attacking security over there in LA. There's another similar lawsuit still open. So now Offset has two active civil cases involving these allegations. This is what I'll say, Offset. If you put your hands on that man, if you started this conflict, um, cut him a little check and let him go on about his business. If you didn't start nothing, take it to trial, man. That's how I feel. Take it to trial and protect yourself. Take it to trial. This is a situation where it sounds like maybe both of them was in the wrong. Maybe it was just two men and things just escalated too far. But there should be some footage of this incident. Like if it's in a dispensary, in a dispensary, I'm pretty sure Offset ain't going to some type of rundown dispensary. So there should be some footage of this. But Offset, if you started it and you beat the man, pay the man. If the man started it and spit on you, take it to trial. Take it to trial. Take it to trial. Take it to trial. All right, let's check the comments. All right. Jay the Informant says, didn't Cardi B just finish the trial over some nonsense? Yes, Jay the Informant. Very similar situation. Extremely similar. Cardi B was going to the doctor and she said that the security guard was filming her. She got upset, told the security guard, "Why you filming me?" The security guard got aggressive with her, and the security guard stated that Cardi B put hands on her. Cardi B's argument is, "I ain't put hands on you." So this case sounds very, very similar that a security guard got feisty with Offset and Cardi. If I'm Offset, I'm taking this to trial. I'm taking it to trial, man. If I know I did not do nothing, and if there's surveillance of this security guard escalating the situation, I might take it to trial. Yeah, I think some things you just gotta fight, and some things you just gotta, pay the people off. But next up, Diddy. Diddy.
Bad boy.
Next up, Diddy. The diddler is the gift that just keeps on giving. It just never stops. All right. So a couple weeks ago, reports started coming out that Diddy woke up to a blade to his neck. Somebody was trying to get him. Well, one of the guys who was in prison with Diddy came out and told a completely different story. He said they were all sitting down watching TV, and a guy came up to Diddy and tried to make him move out the seat. And Diddy didn't want to move. So the guy left, came back with a blade and tried to jug Diddy with it. But another prisoner kind of broke it up. So it wasn't a situation. So the news was saying like Diddy was asleep and somebody snuck in and put a knife to his neck. That's not the real story. The prisoner or a different prisoner came out and said the incident was over a chair. Nobody was asleep. And they were able to kind of break it up. This incident actually took place months ago. I want to say sometime maybe around early this year, because I followed this case so closely. It was like it was in like one of the motions to try to help him get bail, or it was in one of the motions talking about his safety. And they also just recently brought it up at sentencing that there was an altercation. I don't know why it's just like now making news again. But long story short, they said this was just an incident over a chair that was it was broken up kind of quick. All right, now Diddy did get his wish. He said if he wanted to do prison time, he wanted to do his prison time at Fort Dix, and that's exactly where he landed. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being Diddy and going to a prison called Fort Dix?
He a fan here. Freaky ass.
How did you end up at a prison called Fort Dix? All right, let's get serious. Now, Fort Dix is a low security prison. They also have the RDAP program, which is like a drug rehab program. And if inmates can complete this rehab program, they can get almost like a year shaved off of their prison time. So Diddy really wanted to get into this prison and this program. Well, a couple weeks ago, reports came out saying Diddy had been caught with Hooch. Say the man been in there drinking Hooch. So for y'all that don't know, Hooch is like homemade prison liquor. They use like fermented apple and soda and sugar and just yuck, just a bunch of nastiness. Ugh. They mix it all together. They let it sit, and it turns into alcohol. There was a tweet put out from Diddy's Twitter account saying the rumors claiming Mr. Combs was caught with alcohol are completely false. His only focus is becoming the best version of himself and returning to his family. That's what Diddy's team saying. That's what Diddy's team is saying. Before they tweeted this earlier in the week, his team spoke to TMZ, and this is what they said. Mr. Combs is in his first week at FCI Fort Dix and is focused on adjusting, working on himself, and doing better each day. As with any high profile individual in a new environment, there will be many rumors and exaggerated stories throughout this time there. Most of them will be untrue. We ask that the people give him the benefit of the doubt, the privacy to focus on his personal growth with grace and purpose. So, this statement from his team does not say, hey, Diddy was not caught with Hooch. It says Diddy is going through an adjustment period, which is normal. Okay, we get it that it's normal for the bad boy to get adjusted to prison.
Bad boy.
Okay, but Diddy came out on his Twitter and said, I ain't had no Hooch. But his team is saying, hey, this is just getting blown out of proportion. Okay. Oh, Diddy. Let's read the rest of the TMZ story. It says, Diddy's sobriety journey took a detour in lockup this week. TMZ has learned he was drinking behind bars and got into some trouble with prison officials. This is what TMZ's saying. We're told Diddy got caught by jail officials, and prison officials plan to move him from his old unit into a new one. Two sources tell TMZ prison officials have now reversed their decision and Diddy will stay put. Child. Diddy. Maybe the Hooch was just in the dorm and everybody got in trouble. Maybe Diddy was not drinking the Hooch. Okay, maybe Diddy did not drink the Hooch. Okay, maybe it was just the Hooch was found around a group of people and nobody claimed the Hooch, so maybe everybody got in trouble. Maybe Diddy was not drinking the Hooch. But then again, Diddy probably was drinking the Hooch. Because Diddy is crazy. Diddy does not feel like rules apply to him. Right before Diddy got sentenced, he told the judge that he was clean of drugs and alcohol. He's been clean because drugs ruined his life. So it would be a shame that in his first week or two in prison that Diddy was drinking Hooch.
Bad boy.
Let's just say he wasn't. Let's get y'all think we should give Diddy the benefit of the doubt. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say Diddy wasn't drinking Hooch because Diddy said he wasn't drinking the Hooch. Maybe he wasn't drinking the Hooch. But Diddy is also the same person who said that Cassie's accusations were completely false until we saw the video. So who knows with the bad boy?
Bad boy.
He just can't get right. Let's move on to the last topic. Lil Uzi. There's a new lawsuit involving rapper Lil Uzi, his company Uzi Vert, and Rock Nation. A former employee filing under the name Jane Doe, is suing for multiple workplace violations. Let's walk through what she's claiming. So, according to the complaint, Jane Doe worked for Lil Uzi as an assistant starting in 2022. What she thought would be a high-intensity job allegedly spiraled into an unhealthy work environment. She said she was basically on call 24/7, traveling constantly. She had to manage Uzi's schedule. She had to help with his apartment, running errands for him and his entourage. But according to her, two big things were happening at the same time. All right. She said she wasn't properly paid.
I like more than check money.
You got to pay the people, Uzi. You got to pay the woman. And she also says that she was being sexually harassed.
He a fan, he a freaky ass.
That's what she said. That's what she said. Said Uzi was harassing her. Jane Doe claims Uzi sent her unwanted intimate messages over the course of 2 years. She says she tried to shut it down professionally because she feared of losing her job or chances to grow within the industry. She said he would text her things like asking her to stay with him, send photos, or touch him, messages that she declined. She also claims he made comments about her body and claimed, ooh, so he made comments about her body and called her demeaning names. Oh, Uzi. Was you talking about the lady, Uzi?
Wow. Wow.
She said when he talked about her, it made her very uncomfortable and it made her feel like he was trying to treat her more than just an assistant. On top of that, she says the work hours were extreme, sometimes up to 39 hours straight on tour with no overtime pay. Wait a minute. 39 hours straight? I couldn't do it. Maybe it's because I'm old. I couldn't do it. Jane Doe was later told to move to New York with the promise of a higher salary. She says those pay bumps never came. After taking a short break for her mental health, she returned to work but claims things got worse. Her lawsuit says she wasn't given the resources to do her job. She felt targeted by Uzi and his team, and the harassment allegedly continued. Mm. By spring of 2025, she said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned. What the law calls constructive discharge, meaning she felt forced to quit because the workplace became unbearable. Her lawsuit lists 5 main claims: sexual harassment, failure to pay overtime, failure to reimburse business expenses, misleading her about job conditions, constructive discharge. Essentially, she felt like she was forced to quit. She's asking for compensation for emotional harm, unpaid wages, and potential more damages. Now, these are allegations. Okay, we're gonna give Uzi the benefit of the doubt. Nothing has been proven in court yet. This this case basically centers on workplace boundaries, proper pay, and whether a superstar boss and management team was allowed for this abusive environment to go on. This is what this case is about. Hmm. Hmm, 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 hmm. Interesting. I don't know. How do y'all feel? Do y'all feel like her claims are valid? Does this sound legit? This is what I'll say, man. Um a situation like this, I think he should just pay her because 9 out of 10 times some of this stuff is true. Even let's just take the let's take out the sexual harassment and say that didn't go down. You probably didn't pay her overtime. You probably did not properly reimburse her. Um, so this is one of those cases where I feel like just give her the money.
I like more than check.
Just give her the money, man. Just give her the money. It's gonna be less of a headache. She probably got all types of text messages of proof of you saying weird stuff. But then he might say, this is gonna be similar to the Jeremy Renner case. He might say, hey, she was coming on to me and we had kind of like a thing going on. So this is why you never cross the line with people that you work with, especially if you the boss. If you the boss, never cross the line. Never do it. Because you're going to always end up paying one way or the other, either through your reputation being harmed or you're going to have to pay financially. So, um, go ahead and settle this, Uzi. That's what I'll say. I am the queen of pay people off. Go ahead and settle this and get this out of the way so you can move on. But what do y'all think, man? How do y'all feel about these cases? Y'all think Jeremy Renner gonna be okay? Does it sound just like a toxic situation? Y'all think Offset should fight his case, or you think Offset put pause on that man? If that man spit on Offset, Offset should have put the pause on him. All right, y'all. I wanted to keep this live kind of short. If anybody got any questions, speak now or forever hold your peace. If anybody want to come up and talk about the things that we talked about, y'all know on my lives, I'll send you a link and you can come up and give me your opinion on it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get up out of here because I gotta work on a Marvel and a DC video. We got some new potential news on like doomsday. Jay the informant, he says, good show. Jay, I just want to say, brother, thanks for always coming in and supporting me. Thanks to everybody in our community that shows up for me. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for viewing. I'm new to this live thing, so I'm trying to get the hang of it. I'm trying to get like a good schedule going, so it can be like a real show, and y'all know what days I'm gonna be here. We gonna have it ready to go by the end of the year. I'm gonna have this thing rocking and rolling, kind of smooth. But other than that, I got to get up out of here because I got some more content to work on for y'all. But thanks for stopping in tonight on this legal live. Oh, y'all, if you do like my legal analysis and stuff, go to my other YouTube page at Legally Locked. I need to get my subscribers up over there. So if you or your friends or family like legal news, go over there and subscribe. Otherwise, I'm about to get up out of here. Peace out.
Legally locked where the truth don't stop. Courtroom drama, we stay on top. Legal cases, law unpacked. Click that play and don't look back. Hit subscribe, you know the vibe. Like my page, get ready to ride. Like my page, get ready to ride.